Welcome everyone to the Collaborative Circle presented to you by the Long Island Collaborative Divorce Professionals. My name is Jackie Caputo and I am joined today by my friend and colleague, Pamela Pollack. Pam is both a mediator and a collaborative divorce attorney, and she is a member of our LICDP. Pam is here today to discuss with me how to have the difficult conversation with your children to let them know that you are going to be separating or divorcing. Pam, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Sure. So this is definitely an important and serious topic, and I think something that really plagues all of our clients who have children is how to have that conversation with them about what's going on. And what advice do you give to your clients in this situation?
It does fill our clients with trepidation because they don't know how their children are going to react. And they're also not in the greatest emotional state either, but they have to set their emotions aside and work together to figure out what they want to say to their children, but really impart, most of all, that both parents are still going to be in their children's lives and both parents will be there to support them. So what they say and how they say it and how they listen to their children and see the reactions is really important.
So Pam, I hear you saying a lot about doing this conversation together, that they should work together. Is that what you recommend?
I absolutely recommend that they sit down together before they meet with the children and that they figure out what they want to say, because it's so important for the children to see that the parents are working together and that they're going to be a family in this transition as well. So, you know, they want to choose their words. They want to set their emotions aside. They don't want to go into the details of what went wrong with their relationship because that's not really the children's concern.
Right.
And besides, both parents may disagree as to what went wrong, but that's not really what the focus should be. They should tell the children that they're both loved, that they're loved, and that both parents are going to be there for the children, but that some changes are being made because the parents have not been able to work things out in their marriage. They've tried and they just there have been problems and they just feel that they would be, they're unhappy in the marriage and that they would be better off separating. And what those changes mean for the children. So I think it's very important also to already know what the parenting plan will look like, who's moving out, where they're moving out to, because I think the children's security is very much at stake here. Children want to know what's going to change for me. So if one parent is staying in the house and the other parent is moving, let's say 10 minutes away, that's important for the children to know that both parents are going to be working on a schedule where they're both going to see their children on a regular basis.
Right. So it sounds like this is a conversation that may happen well into the process or a little bit down the road, not necessarily the moment that the parties decide that they want to pursue a divorce.
Yes, oftentimes people, when they first start with the process, they ask, well, you know, what are we going to tell the children? When are we going to tell the children? And we usually say, why don't you wait till when you know more, you know, when you can give them some definite concrete ideas as to what this transition, this change is going to look like for them. Right. That's important. Yeah.
And what type of a reaction do you normally anticipate that the parties receive from their children?
You know, the reactions can vary. You know, if it's a teenager, the teenager may withdraw and not say much. Or if it's a child, you know, a younger child, they may be very angry and sad and, you know, have a lot of anxiety. You know, you have to be prepared for all kinds of reactions depending on your children's personalities. What's very important too, especially with a younger child, is to make sure that they know that it's not their fault. For example, you could have a young child who heard their parents um, arguing over their report card, a bad report card a
Mhm.
few weeks earlier. And the parents are meeting with the children, and they're saying we're going to be separating, and in the child's mind, oh, they're separating because I did something wrong, because of my bad report card.
Mm.
The parents would never in a million years think that.
Right.
But so this conversation that you're having with the children, this first conversation, you certainly have to make sure that they know that this has nothing to do with them. But you also have to have continuing conversations with your children, especially before one parent moves out, to really make sure they know that they can speak with them and sort of get to know what their concerns and their fears are, so you can address them. So I think that's very important. And sometimes with the older children, they will, they're not going to want to talk much to their parents. Maybe they're going to go and call their friends and speak to
Mm.
them. They're getting support from their friends, which is good. It's important also, if the children are going to stay in the school district, that you're going to still have your friends, you're still going to see your friends. Also, they may want to, depending if a child has a lot of anxiety, you may want to have the child see a therapist.
Right.
If the child is very depressed. There are school programs like banana splits, which may
Right.
help children. So, you really have to, and you want to maybe speak with the school as well and say, look, this is what we're going through, please let me know if there are any changes in my child's behavior, so that you can really support your children through this process.
Right. Of course. Of course. And in your professional opinion, as someone who is both a mediator and a collaborative attorney, how do you feel that the collaborative process can help support a family through that difficult conversation?
Well, I think the beauty of the collaborative process is that it's a team effort.
Mhm.
So while each parent will have an attorney to help them, you also have, as a member of the team, a family support specialist. And that family support specialist will work with you, not always, in a full team with the attorneys, but separately, on how you communicate with each other. What are your triggers? What do you want to say to your children? What's appropriate to say to your children? And then you can discuss your children's personalities with the family support specialist. So the family support specialist can help you in what to say to your children if they exhibit this or that reaction or emotion. So they can really help you come up with the conversation that's going to work best for you and your children, because this is a conversation that your children will remember for the rest of their lives.
Mm.
And you certainly, while it's going to be a difficult one, you want it to, just be the beginning of a much smoother process and transition to a life with both parents who have separated.
Absolutely. What a good point. And really, that added layer of support of having the family support specialist is just an element that is completely absent in the litigation process, and really a tremendous benefit of collaborative.
Oh, yes. I think we find that very much so. They are really a linchpin in the process. Yes. And our clients find working with the family support specialist very, very helpful.
True. Well, Pam, thank you so much for joining me today. This is an important conversation, and I'm sure something that's of great interest to many of the people who are watching this. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we invite everyone watching to visit our website at www.licdp.com and to reach out to any of the professionals in our group who would be more than happy to continue the conversation.